got here, the last player left of that group, and has played a huge role every year. This year, his smallest. He's been huge for our program. You go back to year one, we beat Ferris in the first round of the tournament, and I think that changed the trajectory of the program. Ben was the best player on the floor in that game. He was uniquely affected by the COVID year, but was a starter on last year's 18-win team, has been a huge part of what we've done, and I'm really thankful and happy we got this last semester out of him. He's having more fun than I've ever seen him have playing basketball, even though he's not playing as much. I think the semester away showed him how much it meant to him and how much he cared about being part of the team. And it's been awesome for our younger guys. We're back to action out on the floor. Dylan Keel scores with a hook shot. The teams exchange baskets to open the second half. And we'll get Coach Makazak's comments on Max Bjorklund for his senior day at our next available opportunity. Jefferson coming down the wing for Purdue Northwest. Kicks out to the near corner for Cooper. Cooper spinning into the lane. Well defended by Weisbrod, but he fades away and gets it to go.
Mikel Cooper hits for two.
Weisbrod bring the ball up the floor. Cooper pestering him the length of the way. Cooper has 8 points for the Pride. That last basket. Swing pass over for Privet. Bjorklund comes to retrieve the basketball. He's got 12 first half points. Bjorklund coming down the lane. Pass back to Dudek on the wing. Duty lost his footing. Gets it to Keel. Down the lane. Puts it up. Flying down. Can't get the touch. And Privet is fouled as he grabs the offensive rebound and tries to put it back up. Foul goes against Andre Bradford. His first and the first team foul of this second half.
Correction, that's Kai Steinman with the foul.
Well, foul was originally, they said Andre Bradford, they announced it. And then they said, correction, the foul goes against Kai Steinman. But now that I'm looking at it, neither of those guys are actually on the floor. The foul is, in fact, against Brevin Jefferson. It's his second. Priv splits his free throws at the line, hits the first, but off the mark on the second. They're looking for Dylan in the post. He's trying to back down against Dudek. The Cats have done a much better job defending him in the post today. And there they force another turnover. That's Keel with a steal. And Jefferson puts a foul on Dylan Keel as he's trying to bring the ball up the floor. Unfortunate for Jefferson, as he no doubt got the worst end of that foul. But he also just, I mean, yeah, it was a foul. It was Weisbrod trying to drive baseline. Weisbrod looking for a reach and foul, trying to say Cooper just smacked him in the face. He's not going to get it. Bjorklund to the basket, trying to go up with the inside hand. Can't get the finish over 2 defenders. Ball gets tapped out, and here comes Cooper. Cooper looking to attack at Weisbrod. He feels like he's bothering Weisbrod's psyche. So we got a whistle and a foul. Priv trying to cut off Cooper on the baseline.
Balls on Sam Privet. That's his third, team first.
Jefferson to inbound for the Pride from underneath their own basket. Throws it out to the wings for Dylan. With 20 to shoot. Dylan spins, trying to back down against Priv. Has it stripped. Privet with the takeaway, and Weisbrod comes up with it. Dylan has really struggled down on the blocks so far today. The Cats doing defense doing a great job making his life difficult. He's got 6 points, 2 of 7 from the floor with 4 turnovers. Cats get it up the floor the other way. Here's Schultz on the baseline. Gives it up to Weisbrod. The Cats will settle into their offense, work it around the perimeter. They feed it to Keel, roll into the basket. Gets a man in the air with a pump fake. Lays it in with a foul. Great job there by Dylan Keel to keep his footing. Got the feed on the wing from Jackson Dudek.
That's his second, team third.
And Dylan Keel going to try and
Dylan Keel at the line.
kickstart himself from this and one. That's just his second basket. Goes to the line for free throw attempt. Keel's been the Cats' second leading scorer this season, averaging just over 13 points per game as a redshirt freshman. Free throw around the rim and out. Cats hit all 4 of their free throws in the first half. They're 1 for 3 on attempts in the second half so far. There's another strip. This time Weisbrod pokes it away from Cooper, and Sam Schultz comes up with it. Schultz trying to bounce it down to the baseline for Keogh. Goes off the foot of Dillon, out of bounds, staying with Northern Michigan. 43-37, Cats by 6 with 17 minutes to play in the ball game. Bjorklund receives the inbound, gives it up for Keel. He gets it right back with Irvin guarding him. Pick and roll, Weisbrod and Schultz coming up here. Weisbrod goes away from the screen. Schultz insists. Okay, now slips back to the basket. Weisbrod going to pull up from downtown. Off the mark there. Rebound tap loose. Irvin secures it for Purdue Northwest. Outlet pass, Jefferson. Back to the trailer. Irvin thought about it, but Bjorklund with a nice closeout. And it dissuade Irvin from pulling the trigger right there. Irvin hit 1 of his 2 triple attempts in that first half. Jefferson with 10 to shoot, trying to take duty off the dribble. Almost lost his footing. Gets it up to Irvin, who has that shot pinned up against the backboard by Keel. And then Keel is fouled, trying to race up the floor. Big time play there from Dylan Keel, making his presence felt on the defensive end. Dylan has told us time and time again this year, anytime he can throw down a big old yam sandwich, dunk the ball, or come from the weak side like he did just there and send one back. Those are the plays that really are like adrenaline shots for Dylan Keel. They really get him jump started. Bjorklund, they're looking to set up Keel on the wing. They get it to him. He's guarded by Irvin. Dylan looking to back down off the dribble. Fakes one way, goes to the inside, dumps off underneath for Schultz. Oh, that was beautiful. Dylan Keel with a nasty move to penetrate, and an even better pass to find a wide open Sam Schultz on a back cut. Great execution. The Cats offensively there. They're trying to get it into the post for Dylan. Sam Schultz in a 3/4 front. Steinman out to Cooper with 10 to shoot. Mikel Cooper swings it over. Now they get it to Dillon, guarded by Weisbrod. Just 4 seconds. And Dillon turned it over again. Schultz poked it free. Here comes Bjorklund on the fast break. Leaves it for Schultz. Textbook fast break execution. Sam Schultz scores on the layup, assisted by Max Bjorklund. Wildcats, now they lead by double digits for the first time tonight. 47-37, 15 minutes and change. Steinman, far wing. Coach Roberts said they had to be tougher. What's his squad made of? We're gonna find out here. Dillon, kick out, 3-pointer on the way, near wing. That's off the mark from Tyron Rogers. Outlet pass for Keel. Oh, tried to go around his back and lost it. Fouled Steinman as he recovered the ball. Keel just trying to move too quickly for his own good right there, and that takes us to a timeout on the floor. Cats feeling it in this second half, 47-37. They lead it. We're back in 60 on the Wildcat Sports Network. (47-37), Cats by 10, just inside 15 minutes to go in the ball game. Cats trying to close this one out cleanly on Senior Day. Weisbrod and Bjorklund leading the way for the Cats, each with 12 and each with 3 assists as well. Bjorklund also has 3 steals. Out of the timeout, the Cats have the Keel brothers, Carson Smith, Max Bjorklund, and Sam Schultz on the floor. Here comes Cooper, picked up by Carson Smith as he gets to the three-point line. Into the near corner. Backdoor feed for Whitehead, who's fouled by Keel as he lays it in. Dillon again trying to come from that weak side and return to sender. Just got there too late this time. Puts Leo Whitehead on the line for an and one. Whitehead now has 8 points in this one. Had 10 points 2 nights ago against Michigan Tech. Was their top producer off the bench in 22 minutes of action. And 1 free throw off the mark. Keel has the rebound. Gives it to Bjorklund. He'll bring the Cats up the floor. Guarded by Steinman. Bjorklund pass down onto the block for Keel. He'll rise up for a 10-foot jumper. No, got his own miss. Keel again looking to attack. Floats it up, and his second chance shot is good. Keel feeling himself in this second half. He's got 6 points and 6 rebounds. Steinman with it on the other end for the Pride. 14 to play. Keel jumped to pass. Deflected it. Knocked it out of bounds. Staying with the Pride. Now Keel going to catch his breath quickly. And Joshi Tolfree is in for Northern Michigan. He had a nice first half. Played 6 minutes off the bench, 4 points, a rebound, a steal, and a block. Also had a hockey assist on a nice fast break. Pass out with a pump fake, getting a defender in the air and then getting fouled hard is Andre Bradford. He was open, pump fake from the near corner, got the defense to bite, and then he penetrated and drew the foul. So 2 shots at the line coming up here for Andre Bradford. First free throw, can't find it. Bradford, this is his first season with the Pride, transferred in from Mott Community College here in Michigan. Averaged 10.5 points per game his last season there. Also 4 rebounds, 2 assists per contest. Gets his second of 2 for a free throw line split. 49-40, Cats by 9 here with 13.5 to play in the ballgame. High post pass for Schultz. Schultz sizing up. Backdoor feed for Carson Smith. Great pass and a good finish by Smith. Well contested by Cooper, but Smith used the body to seal off the defense. And that's the passing of Sam Schultz on display right there. Put that bounce pass across the paint on the money. Here's Cooper. Blows right by Sam Schultz, gets to the basket and lays it in. That's a mismatch that's easily exploitable for a quick and nimble guard like Cooper. He becomes the first Pride player to cross into double figures with that lay-in. Here's Tolfree trying to come down the lane and answer for Northern Michigan. Foul on the floor going against Whitehead as Tolfree tries to get to the basket. 5th team foul against the Pride. Team fouls now 5-4. The Pride have 5. Cats will inbound from underneath their own basket. Here's Schultz with a handoff to the inbounder Bjorklund. They work it around the perimeter. Smith on a back cut. Tolfree's looking for him, but it's not there. Instead, he gets it to Bjorklund. Sets him a pick. Max goes the other way. Max fouled on his way up and one. Bjorklund just trying to throw it up from the free throw line. Got it to go through the contact. And the Cats love it.
Bjorklund on the line to shoot 1.
Bjorklund's first basket of the second half is a highlight one, to be sure. 14 points to lead all scorers. Max Bjorklund having himself a senior day. Sinks into his stance. Set free throw up. And nothing but nylon.
It's the 3-point play.
Bjorklund, 15 points, pair of rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Here comes Cooper looking to find an answer for the Pride on the other end. As Schultz switched onto him, this time is going to pass away from the mismatch. Bradford, step back 3, over Tolfree, can't get it. Bjorklund the rebound. Pushing the tempo up the floor is Bjorklund. Going to go all the way to the basket. He's fouled again on his way up. Nobody stopped the ball, and Max Bjorklund, with a clear path to the basket, just got all the way in and is going to get 2 more shots at the charity stripe. Bjorklund, of course, NMU's reigning male athlete of the year, also was given the school athletics department's performance of the year award when he scored 40 points in the second half against Ferris, which was a school record for most points in a half. Frankly, one of the best halves of college basketball ever. I mean, 40 points. He hit 9 threes in a row in that second half to will the Cats to victory that clinched a home playoff game. The Cats, for the first time in 15 years. And if the Cats win today, as Bjorklund hits both his free throws, if the Cats win today, it'll be win number 20 on the season. Cooper exploits the Schultz mismatch, gets to the basket for a layup. 56-44, Cats by 12. If the Cats win today, it'll be win number 20. It'll be the first 20-win season for Northern Michigan since the turn of the century, 1999-2000. Tolfree trying to attack with the right hand. Schultz gets the offensive rebound, threads the needle to Bjorklund. Pass back to Schultz, dumps it off underneath for Keel, pinned underneath the basket. Smith trying to get it back to Keel, has to save it in bounds. That pass was off target, and that is Cats. They have not struggled with turnovers today. In fact, that's only their second. And Smith is called for a foul with Cooper trying to race up the floor. A tough break for Carson as Cooper lost the ball before he had collided with Carson. But it's a bang-bang play, and it takes us to a timeout on the floor. 56-44, Cats by 12. We're back in 60. Wildcat Sports Network. .11:42 to play in the ballgame. The Cats lead 56-44 here in the men's game of today's men's-women's GLIAC basketball doubleheader. Cats trying to secure their first 20-win season since the turn of the century. What an accomplishment. What a milestone that would be for Coach Matt Makozak and his program. As Keel deflects a post-entry pass intended for Dillon. Then he comes from the weak side to block the shot. Keel with a block, almost has it stripped by Cooper, but Justin Keel, his older brother, is there to bail him out and recover the loose ball. 5 on the floor for the Cats out of the timeout. The Keel brothers, Sam Privet, Max Weisbrod, and Carson Smith. Priv with a high ball screen for Weisbrod. Works it onto the wing for Keel. Over back to the opposite wing, Weisbrod. Far side guarded by Irvin with 8 to shoot. Weisbrod gonna have to create in a hurry. Weisbrod with 3, with 2. With 1, has to fade away, tries to go off the backboard, put too much on it. It's off the mark and into the arms of Mikhail Cooper, who's led the Pride in scoring today. He's got 12 points for Purdue Northwest. He's got Privet matched up on him here, and Cooper gonna be looking to attack this mismatch. Almost lost his footing. Got to the basket, but had it blocked. Cooper almost slipped on his way to the basket. It cost him about a half a second, and that was enough for Privet to catch up to the play and block that shot as Cooper was off balance trying to put it up.
And the Pride call a timeout.
Pride will use a timeout here with 10:39 to play. And the Cats leading 56-44. Well, it's been another gritty effort for the Wildcats today. Again, they trailed early. They were down as many as 11 in that first half. Again, for the second time this season, the Cats in an 11 a.m. game did not get off to the fastest of starts. They struggled early, and they missed their first 5 3-pointers. And since then, the Cats have done a much better job. They're executing in the facets of the game that Coach Makazak, again, identified as the most important. Cats have turned it over just twice against 10 assists. They've owned the offensive glass. 12 offensive rebounds to the Pride's 2. 14 second chance points to the Pride's 0. Northern Michigan just doing all the little things through this game. That's helped them get back in front and now lead by double figures. Of course, trying to secure this win for their seniors, Max Bjorklund and Ben Wolf, two who will be honored after the fact today. And I did promise you we'd get Coach Makazak's comments on Max Bjorklund for Senior Day at our next break. So here we are. Coach Makazak, talking about Max Bjorklund at his media availability earlier this week, said, quote, "We were, for 20 years, not very good. And maybe there's more to it. But if you really wanted to, you could say one person changed it. And I don't think that would be totally unfair in the sense that he came here and has been our best player for 3 years. He shows up, we go 500. Second year, finished third. That was the COVID year, that 500 season, by the way. Finished third, going 18-12 in his second year. This year, we'll see. 19-7 and in a pretty good spot. He's been the best player on all those teams. He's been the guy for 3 years. And everything that happens is done through him in some capacity. To say he's one of the all-time greats at Northern, I think that's almost obvious at this point. To say he's one of the most important people in the history of NMU basketball is obvious at this point. And I don't know what more can be said. I hope we can send him out with a special year. He deserves it, and it's up to us to send him out that way. You heard Max Bjorklund say it was an honor to be labeled as such one of the all-time greats of this program and one of this program's most important figures. There's no denying the impact on the trajectory of this program that Max Bjorklund has had. I mean, you can even just look at some of his individual best games. 40 points in the second half against Ferris. That clinched the first home playoff game for this school in over a decade, this program. You could look at his 35 points in his showdown with last season's Player of the Year, Owen White, as Mikkel Cooper hits a deep three for the Pride. You could look at his 35-point outburst on the road against Michigan Tech in the conference semifinals last year as another one of those individual performances that was a defining moment for this program, on the road with a big win in the playoffs over a hated rival. Cats unable to get a basket on the other end. Here's Steinman down the lane, has it blocked by Justin Keel and saved inbounds by Weisbrod. Long outlet pass for Dylan Keel, pulls up in transition, put too much on it. Justin Keel saves it inbounds. Justin Keel flying all over the floor. And that's these home fans just applauding the effort. Bjorklund, deep three. Oh, couldn't finish the highlight sequence. 56-47, the Pride have it back to single digits. Here's Dillon trying to move quickly in the post against Privet. Passes out to Jefferson. They'll look to get it right back to Dillon. Going to come out and set a pick for Cooper. Gets Privet switched on him. Going to step back, pump fake. Dillon, catch and shoot three, near corner. That's in! And it's a 6-point game, 56-50, 9 minutes to play. Pride showing some of that toughness that we talked about with Coach Roberts before the game. You got to be tough to win on Saturdays. And there's Weisbrod taken down at the knees by Cooper. Not a dirty play. Cooper diving for a ball. But right call there as Cooper just clips Weisbrod at the knees.
Max Weisbrod at the line. Jalen Gentry also in for the Pride.
That's team foul number 8 against Purdue Northwest. The Cats also have 6 team fouls, so both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of the way here. Cats attempted a season-high 31 free throws against the Pride in the last meeting. That's free throw attempt number 11, front end of the 1-and-1. No good for Weisbrod, but Keel muscles his way in for the offensive rebound, puts it back and scores. Dylan Keel with 8 points in the ballgame now. Jefferson off a screen on the other end for the Pride. They work it over for Steinman. He's open from downtown. Halfway down and out, a tough bounce for Kai Steinman. Long rebound is corralled by the Pride. Jefferson kicks. They get it back to Steinman, guarded by Weisbrod with 12 to shoot. Steinman on the drive, gets by his man, dumps it off inside, and that's Obi Ezekwesili, who lays it in on a nice feed there from Steinman. 58-52, Cats up by 6. High ball screen set for Weisbrod. Still looking for his first basket of the second half. There's Bjorklund. It's held up at the free throw line by Steinman. Keel has it far corner. Has it poked away by Urban. Out of bounds, staying with the Cats.
And we have a timeout on the floor.
Which takes us to a timeout on the floor. 7:59 to play, second half. Cats up 6, 58-52, trying to close this one out on Senior Day. We're back in 60 on the Wildcat Sports Network. (58-52). Cats by 6 with 8 minutes to play in regulation on Senior Day against the Purdue Northwest Pride. The Pride playing with great desperation with Thursday's 1-point defeat at the hands of the Michigan Tech Huskies up in Houghton. Pride now find themselves on the outside looking in of the GLIAC tournament. You heard from Coach Makuzak. He's all too familiar with that desperation. A team with nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's the most dangerous kind. Bjorklund off the inbound set. Rises up for 3. Left it short, but got his own miss. Was fouled, trying to put it back up and got it to go. Well, Max Bjorklund couldn't get the three-pointer to fall, so he said, okay, I'll just go get 3 points the hard way.
That's his first. Team 9.
9th team foul against the Pride as well, so the Cats going to be in the double bonus for the final 7:49 of this one. Bjorklund looking to reach the 20-point threshold. If he can knock down this free throw. He does, and he's there. 20 points on Senior Day for Max Bjorklund. Steinman running the point for Purdue Northwest. Brings him up the floor. Finds Urban flashing to the top of the key. We got to whistle a foul away from the ball. See what the call is here as Keel.
Ball's on Dylan Keel. That's
Yep,
his fourth.
Keel ran through an off-ball screen that was set by Zekwasili. Now the teams are being sent back to their benches. The official's going to take another look at this one. Perhaps trying to see if this is deserving of being upgraded to a flagrant, perhaps. 61-52 is our score, nonetheless. 20 points from Max Bjorklund, leads all scorers. Mikkel Cooper has 15 to lead the Pride, meanwhile. Northern Michigan, as a program, has had great success against Purdue Northwest. They've won 8 of the first 9 meetings. First game ever between these teams was on December 7th, 2017. Of course, Purdue Northwest only joined Division II and the GLIAC Conference in that 2017-18 season. Up until 2016, Purdue Northwest didn't even exist. The school came to be as a unification of 2 schools, Purdue Calumet in Hammond, Indiana, and Purdue North Central in Westville, Indiana. That unification in 2016, they gained provisional acceptance into Division II later that year. Front end of the 1-and-1 off the mark for the Pride, but the rebound's loose, tapped out of bounds, and it will stay with Purdue Northwest. They'll inbound from underneath their own basket. Get it out into the far corner for Cooper. Trying to drive against Weisbrot. Goes around his back, frees up some space with the shoulder. Coming into the lane and floats it up and in. Nice move there from Mikkel Cooper. Not looking to be outdone no matter how high profile the opponent. Weisbrod attacking off the dribble for Northern Michigan. Kicks out to Justin Keel. Gonna catch and shoot three on the move. No, Schultz, the offensive rebound. Kick out pass for Weisbrod. Hand off Bjorklund. He's attacking down the lane. Rises up. Left that one short. Schultz again, the offensive rebound. And he's dragged down by Jefferson. Sam Schultz everywhere for the Cats on that possession.
Jefferson, that's his fourth.
That's the fourth personal against Jefferson. 10th team foul, so 2 shots at the line here.
Sam Schultz.
Big Sam Schultz. Schultz 2 nights ago was outstanding. Cats win over Parkside, 13 points, 5 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds. All that was in 17 minutes off the bench. He's excelled as the Cats' 6th man since returning from an injury. Cost him basically the whole first semester. Got injured 7 minutes into the season opener against McKendree and did not play again until January 2nd at Northwood. First free throw off the mark for Sam Schultz. Cats will use this opportunity to fresh legs on the floor. Najashi Tolfree is in, and Carson Smith is in for the Cats as well. They check in for the Keel brothers. Second free throw up. Schultz gets this one to fall. 8-point lead, 54-62. Cats up with 7 minutes to play in the ball game. There's Cooper at the Wildcat logo near midcourt. Carson Smith picking him up well outside the 3-point line. Coach Makazak looking to get some gritty defense here from Carson. Cooper gets Schultz switched onto him. He's going to look to attack the mismatch. Cooper into the lane, lost his footing, and he traveled. Cooper has had a hard time keeping his footing when attacking the basket. He slipped on a couple of plays, and there it cost him. Nice job by Schultz to stay in front of him, but I wonder, because it's been only Cooper. I wonder if there's something wrong with his shoes or something's off there, because other Pride players and other Wildcats have not had that problem. Bjorklund running a pick and roll with Schultz. Kicks out to an open Tolfree on the wings. Cats will reset here with 15 to shoot. Najashi coming to set a screen for Weisbrod. He comes off and lets it fly from downtown. No. Tolfree, the offensive rebound, put back and one. And the Cats are loving that.
Fouls on Anthony Irvin, that's his fourth.
Fourth foul against Anthony Irvin of the Pride, too. He becomes the second Pride starter to rack up 4 fouls. And Pride are just running out of bodies that aren't in foul trouble at this point. Joshi Tolfree with a big and one. The offensive rebound. Cats have owned the offensive glass today. That's a big reason they've come back and are now leading by double figures as Tolfree converts the 3-point play.
And Tolfree completes the 3-point play.
Tolfree has turned in a very nice game off the bench for the Wildcats today. 7 points, pair of rebounds, a steal, and a blocked shot in 10 minutes. They get it into Dillon in the post. He's guarded by Smith. Dillon makes a quick move to the inside. Can't finish the hook. Out of bounds to the Pride.
To Northern Michigan.
That's another big reason the Cats have been able to come back and take this lead, is they have really limited the effectiveness of Alou Dillon in the post. He's just 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 9 from inside the 3-point line. And he's turned it over 5 times. Weisbrod dribbles deep, but runs out of room, so kicks out Tolfree. Hand off Bjorklund. Najashi going to set him a pick. Here's Max with Whitehead switched on him. Tolfree again coming for a screen. Max weighs him off. Steps back. Elbow jumper. Oh, couldn't get the bounce. Halfway down off the backboard, then off the rim again. Tough break for Max Bjorklund as the jumper looked good. That's one of his go-to moves. A step-back jumper from the elbow is one of his go-to offensive weapons. Cooper in the post for Dillon, and this time as he receives the pass, foul called against Carson Smith.
That's his third.
He's fought admirably in post defense against the much bigger and much stronger Alou Dillon. At that time, Dillon able to draw enough contact to warrant the foul. 5:17 to play, and the Cats up 11, 65-54. There's Dillon. Front end of the 1-and-1 good. It's the first team foul number 8 on the Wildcats, the 3rd against Carson. Cats in the double bonus. The Pride still have one more foul to draw before they too will be in the double bonus. Pride putting on a full court press. Here's Weisbrod. Hasn't put it on the deck yet. Gets it to Bjorklund. Long outlet pass for Smith to Keel. Dumps it off underneath for Schultz. Can't finish on the press break. The Cats got a great look at it with Schultz from in close. And Sam wants that one back. No question about it. Weisbrod being heckled by Cooper. Heckled's not the right word. Being harassed by Cooper. An on-ball defense well outside the three-point line. Here's Bjorklund. Dumps it off underneath for Schultz, who had it ripped away as he tried to go up with it. Nice feed by Bjorklund off the drive. And Sam Schultz going to get 2 more shots at the line.
Sam Schultz at the line shooting 2.
And that's the 4th personal against Leo Whitehead. So I said he becomes the 3rd Pride player to pick up 4 fouls. Jefferson has 4, Irvin has 4, and now Whitehead has 4. Schultz first free throw, good. Sam Schultz again turning in another nice game off the bench here for the Wildcats. 8 points, 7 rebounds, an assist and a steal. He's played 20 minutes off the bench. He's excelled as the Cats' 6th man since returning from injury. Both free throws good for Schultz on this trip. There's Cooper gets Weisbrod switched on. Cooper leading this Pride team in scoring, 17 points. Into the post, they throw it for Dillon, backing down against Weisbrod. Schultz trying to reach in and poke it away. Gets it out to Cooper. He'll tee up for a far corner 3. That one's off the mark. Dylan Keel corrals it. Here come the Cats in a 3-on-1. Oh, Keel's pass intended for Schultz. Couldn't get it there, and we got a whistle as Smith comes in to tie up Whitehead. Schultz was trying to get a timeout call in as Smith went after it on the play. And Smith, his hustle is going to be rewarded as Steinman is called for a foul. Wow, I thought we'd see a jump ball, if anything, on that play. But, I mean, if you're Carson, you certainly take it. Smith, very strong free throw shooter. First shot is good. Carson this season has shot 81% from the charity stripe. Second shot up. That one left short, and Lou Dillon secures the rebound for Purdue Northwest. That's 14 of 18 from the charity stripe tonight. Three-pointer on the way, Dillon. That won't go. Dylan Keel, the rebound, and finds his point guard, Weisbrod. 4 minutes to play in the ballgame. 68-56, Cats by 12. Here's Bjorklund. His 20 points leads all scorers. Driving left, gets by his man, gets all the way to the basket, couldn't get the bounce with the left-handed layup. It was a great look for Max Bjorklund, just couldn't finish. Timeout on the floor. 68-56, Cats by 12. We're back to close out regulation after this on the Wildcat Sports Network. 3:46 to play in regulation. Cats lead 68-56 over the Purdue Northwest Pride. It's Wildcat basketball out of the timeout. 5 on the floor. Bjorklund, Weisbrod, the Keel brothers, and Sam Privet. Inbound out to Priv. Going to get it right back to the inbounder, Weisbrod. Does so. 15 to shoot. Priv coming to set a high ball screen for Weisbrod, guarded by Jefferson, who's got 4 fouls. Handoff for Bjorklund, coming to get it. His 20 leads all scorers. Bjorklund attacking with the left. Kicks out for Priv with 3, with 2. Priv down the lane. Floats it up and in to beat the shot clock buzzer. Not often you see big Sam Privet putting it on the deck and making moves off the dribble, but he had to with the shot clock winding down, and the basket's good for Sam Privet. Here's Dillon, guarded by Weisbrod. Kick out to Steinman. Catch and shoot 3. In the face of Kiel. Well contested by J.K. Forces the miss. Rebound Max Bjorklund. 3 minutes to play. Cats by 14. 70-56. Close this one out and secure win number 20 on the year. Bjorklund gives it up for Weisbrod. Cats content to milk the shot clock for all it's worth at this stage in the game. Bjorklund crossing down the lane. Tries to just throw it up over the defense. Got into a low shot clock situation. Max B had to do something. And, well, that was something. Cooper, transition 3. Pulls up and knocks it down. Timeout called by the Pride with 2:33 to go. And the Cats leading by 11, 70-59.
And the Pride call
And
timeout.
that three-pointer pulls Cooper even with Max Bjorklund. 20 points each for the two teams' top scorers. Well, the Wildcats, they're plus 16 on the offensive glass today. They've scored 27 second-chance points. The Pride's 7. That offensive rebounding has just made all the difference in this one. Also, the fact that the Cats have taken such good care of the basketball has helped. 10 assists against just 2 turnovers. Well, the Pride also have 10 assists, but they've turned it over 10 times. Out of the timeout, the Cats have Kiel, Weisbrod, Bjorklund, Kiel, and Privet on the floor. Full court press being applied here by the Pride. Weisbrod takes the inbound. Guarded by Jefferson. Weisbrod gets him all the way up the floor. Weisbrod penetrating. Finds Justin Kiel on the wing. J.K. fakes a pass, puts it on the deck, and gets it over for Bjorklund with 15 to shoot. Max with 20 points to lead the Wildcats. Gives it up for the other Max, Max Weisbrod. Still looking for his first basket. Weisbrod spins into the lane and finishes with the right hand. Nice move off the dribble there from Max Weisbrod. Here comes Cooper trying to race up the floor and find an answer for Purdue Northwest. Step back 3. Got it. Mikael Cooper will not allow the Pride to go quietly into the night, but their work is still cut out for him. Minute 45 to play. Cats up 10, 72-62. Already in the double bonus, so the Pride can't even really think about fouling all that aggressively. It's not going to get anywhere with this much time left in the game. Here's Privet saving it alive. Lob pass for Kiel. Kicks out to his brother Justin. He's wide open for 3. Shot off the back iron, pops up, and is rebounded by Zek Wasili for Purdue Northwest. Steinman on a dribble drive. Kick out to Cooper. Back to Steinman, who mishandled the pass, but able to get it back under control with 20 to shoot. Cooper gets by Privet and is fouled by Justin Kiel on his way up. And Cooper looks to be a little shaken up on the play.
Falls on Sam Privet. That's his 4th.
Check that. The foul actually is assessed to Sam Privet.
Mikael Cooper on the line, shooting 1-on-1.
Cooper has not shot any free throws yet tonight. Today, I should say. But his 23 points lead all scorers in this one. Free throw up. Rattles in. Cal Cooper, one of Schmackerzak's former proteges from his days at Bryan and Stratton. Finished 6th in the NJCAA in scoring his 2nd year at Bryan and Stratton. 23.4 points per game, career high 52. Of course, that was after Coach Mackerzak had left to accept the NMU job. It just goes to show you, Cooper does indeed have that dog in him, with both made free throws. Cats aren't out of the woods yet. It's 72-64. Northern Michigan up by 8 and in a favorable position. Possession arrow favors Northern Michigan. They, of course, have the lead, and there's the fact that they're already in the double bonus. So if the Pride want to be aggressive fouling, all the Cats need to do is put their best free throw shooters on the floor and hope that they can deliver. The Cats as a team have been one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league this season. In fact, their 74% free throw shooting ranks second in the GLIAC Conference. Out of the timeout, the Cats have Weisbrod, Smith, Dylan Keel, and Sam Privet, along with Max Bjorklund, on the floor. 4 Wildcats lined up out of bounds on the baseline. They're looking to get it to Bjorklund. Instead, they find Weisbrod. Passes out of a trap. There's Bjorklund in the middle of the floor. Jefferson trying to draw a charge in the middle of the court. Doesn't get the call, and that's how Jefferson's afternoon will end. He already had 4 fouls. It was risky, but had to go for it. And it's a tough break for the Purdue Northwest Pride right there. It'll put Max Bjorklund on the line for 2 shots, and that will end the afternoon for Brevin Jefferson, who fouls out. Played 28 minutes, had 5 points, pair of rebounds, and an assist with a blocked shot. That puts Max Bjorklund on the other end for a pair of free throws. Cats have hit 74% of their free throws today, precisely their season average. Reminder that our action is far from over on the Wildcat Sports Network today. Still have the women's game of today's GLIAC basketball doubleheader, and then, of course, the floor conversion will begin immediately following the conclusion of that women's game, because we've still got Wildcat hockey, game 2 of a weekend set with the Ferris State Bulldogs coming up tonight. Bjorklund's first free throw is good. It's Bjorklund, 21 points, leads all Wildcats in this one. Second free throw up, and good.
And Max Bjorklund hits a pair.
Bjorklund a perfect 8 for 8 at the charity stripe today. And that second brings it back up to a double-digit lead. Here's Cooper trying to get to the basket. He's fouled by Dylan Keel on his way there. And that's foul number 5 on Dylan Keel. So now we're starting to see players foul out. Keel had a much better second half than he did first half. His afternoon finishes in 28 minutes. He has 8 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocked shots, and a steal. Older brother Justin will check in and take his place. 61 seconds to play in this one. Cooper owed 2 more shots at the line. Rattles the first one in. Cal Cooper this season has been a 80% free throw shooter. Second free throw, money. And it's back to 8. Inbound to Weisbrod. He's getting trapped. Escapes. Dangerous pass. Lobbed it up, trying to get it to Bjorklund, and it's out of bounds to Purdue Northwest. So the Pride get a much-needed steal. That was just a ill-advised pass, but the Cats, by and large, have done a great job taking care of the basketball today. That's only turnover number 3. And bounce pass comes out to Mikel Cooper. Little time to waste for the Pride. They get it to Steinman. He'll rise up for 3 and get it to go. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game with 48.6 to go. The Pride, they felt like they let one slip away 2 nights ago in Houghton against Michigan Tech. They led by 11 with 12.5 to play in the second half. But Tech dug in. They fought back. Came all the way back to take the lead with 2:20 to play. Pride tied it up again with 20 seconds left. But then they committed a foul on Pete Calcaterra's go-ahead attempt with 3 seconds left. He hit 1 free throw, and then Steinman's 3-point desperation heave was blocked, ending the game for the Pride. They are determined to not suffer a similar fate here in the Berry Event Center. Of course, they're playing for their GLIAC tournament lives. They're on the outside looking in as a result of that loss in Houghton 2 nights ago. And they are playing with that visible level of desperation here in the Berry today. Inbounds to Weisbrod. Immediately fouled by Mikkel Cooper.
Falls on Mikkel Cooper. That's his third.
His third. And that puts Max Weisbrod on the charity stripe on the other end. Weisbrod has only shot 1 free throw so far today, but on the season has been one of the best free throw shooters on the team at 82%. True freshman, tied for the league lead in assists per game at 5.3. Weisbrod has 3 helpers today. He's had 3 games this year where he's finished with double-digit assists. First free throw is money for the true freshman out of DeForest, Wisconsin. Coach's son, he knows the importance of free throws late in close games. Second free throw also good. The true freshman rises to the occasion. 16 points for Max Weisbrod. Cooper racing up the floor. Little time to waste here for the Pride. Trying to step back, almost lost the ball. Gets it to Steinman. Fadeaway 3. It's good! Steinman has been outstanding from beyond the arc today, and he gets another tough one to fall. And we have a foul prior to the inbound. It's Steinman who fouls Bjorklund. He's trying to free up some space to receive the inbounds pass. I mean, it's not terrible if you're the Pride, honestly, to foul before the inbound even comes in. I mean, obviously, you'd like to go for the steal. But the bright side of this, or the silver lining, if you will, for the Pride is that no time came off the clock between the made basket and now Bjorklund's free throw attempts on the other end. Perhaps the... I don't know what the opposite of a silver lining would be. You could just say that the negative repercussions is that Bjorklund is probably the last guy the Pride want to put on the line at this point. Bjorklund leading the Cats in scoring today. 23 points. And make it 24 as he's hit all 10 of his free throws. Coach Makazak, after the second made free throw, will call timeout. 78-72, his Cats lead by 6. They're taking advantage of their opportunities at the charity stripe down the stretch, doing what they need to do to stave off the Pride. But Purdue Northwest, with lights-out three-point shooting from Cooper and Kai Steinman, they're not making it easy. I mean, that's just been the kind of day that the Pride have had. They're 14 of 25 as a unit from beyond the arc today. 56% from downtown. Cats have not fared as well. 6 of 21. Cats have actually shot the ball noticeably and substantially worse than the Pride, but they've been so awesome on the offensive glass that it hasn't mattered. Five on the floor for the Cats out of the timeout. Privet, Smith, Bjorklund, Weisbrod, and Justin Keel. Here's Cooper. Cross-court pass. Three-pointer, catch and shoot on the way. That's off the mark. Smith has the rebound. And the Pride have to hurry up here. They're not fouling. And now finally they put a foul on Max Weisbrod. That was Obi Ezekwesili.
His second.
Missed the catch and shoot 3 on a cross-court pass from Cooper. Now Max Weisbrod is going to try and kiss an 8-point game. That 3 would have made it a one-possession game. It's pretty bonkers to think about. But Weisbrod's first free throw is good. He's not perturbed by the gravity of the moment or of the situation. The Pride trying to mount a furious comeback here. Their three-point shooting has been hot all afternoon and all morning, I guess you could say. This game started at 11 a.m. Weisbrod's both free throws are good. 18 points for Max Weisbrod. Steinman lets it fly. This one is left short. Chasing down a long rebound. Fadeaway 3, far corner, and that's in with 12.5 to play. Ridiculous shot from Steinman. Weisbrod takes the inbound. He's fouled immediately by Cooper. It's a 5-point game. You got to give these Pride players a ton of credit. And Coach Roberts, his staff, and his squad knew they needed to be tough. And, well, they weren't tough enough on the glass today, or they haven't been, I should say. This game's not over yet. But, man, have they showed a lot of resiliency here late in the game, just heaving up three-pointers. Over half of their shots today have been attempts from beyond the line. And they've hit over half of them. Coach Makazak knew that it was going to be tough coming in. And his squad has risen to the occasion anyway. This team much scarier than their record would indicate. Weisbrod again, perfect at the free throw line. Second free throw puts him across the 20-point threshold. And Smith, oh, that's a careless foul. He bumped Mikel Cooper. He put the three-pointer up, and now Mikel Cooper are going to go to the line for 3 free throws. And if he hits all of them, it'll be a 4-point game with 6.5 to play. Still, obviously, looking like the Cats, they're in control of this one and can close it out if they just take care of business. But the fact remains that this is perhaps a little closer than the Cats would have liked to let it get at the very end of the game. Cooper's first free throw rolls around the rim and in. There was no spot left untouched on the rim. Cooper's second free throw, good.
Joan Geiner now.
Which Boomer Roberts has just vocalized. I believe that he wants a timeout immediately after this free throw if Cooper makes it. He's been perfect at the line so far. It looked like he was trying to miss that one, but he didn't. Threw it off the glass and it swirled around the rim and in. So no, Coach Roberts in fact did not ask for a timeout. I must have misheard. Cats instead just throw it right into Weisbrod, who's been outstanding. Second half has hit all 6 of his free throws. Cats just taking care of business at the charity stripe down the stretch. These are 2 big ones, especially given the way the Pride have shot the 3 ball. First one good, and it's a 5-point game, 83-78. Lou Dillon is in to crash the glass for Purdue Northwest. Wildcats will adjust their personnel. Only Justin Keel is lined up in the lane for Northern Michigan. Everyone else is back on D. Weisbrod's second free throw is good. Remains perfect in the second half. Inbound to Cooper. Outlet for Steinman. With 2, had his pocket picked by Smith. And Carson ends the game with a steal. The Cats